Subject pronouns. A pronoun is a word that takes the place of a noun. Subject pronouns refer to pronouns acting as the subject of a sentence. Let's take a look. This chart shows the subject pronouns in English. These pronouns are organized into the columns of singular, when you are just talking about one person, or plural, when you are talking about more than one person. They are also organized in the rows of first person, when you are talking about yourself, second person, when you are talking to others, and third person, when you are talking about others. Now, let's see how Spanish conveys the same ideas. The word for I in Spanish is yo. There are actually two ways to say you, tú and usted. In a few moments, you'll learn when to use each one. To say he is él, and she is ella. Nosotros and nosotras are the two different ways to say we in Spanish. Can you believe that there are actually three different ways to say you all? There is vosotros, vosotras, and ustedes. Again, we'll talk about the differences in a few moments. Finally, the Spanish words for they are ellos and ellas. Here's a summary chart with all the Spanish words together. Now, let's focus on each of the words individually. Yo. Use yo when you are talking about yourself. Yo soy una mujer. I am a woman. Use tú or usted when talking to someone. Both words mean you in English. However, be careful, because there are certain situations when you can use tú and other situations when you should use usted. Tú is used for informal situations. That is, when you're familiar with the person you are talking to. Generally speaking, you can use tú when talking to friends, family members, kids, and pets. Hola Juan, ¿cómo estás tú? Hi Juan, how are you? On the other hand, usted, which is often abbreviated as UD period in writing, is used in formal situations to show respect. You should use usted when talking to people to whom you want to show respect, people older than you, people in positions of authority, and people you are meeting for the first time. Buenos días, Dr. Ramírez. ¿Cómo está usted? Good morning, Dr. Ramírez. How are you? Él means he, and ella means she. Él es guapo. He is handsome. Ella es bonita. She is pretty. As we mentioned earlier, there are two ways to say we in Spanish, nosotros and nosotras. If you're a boy, use nosotros when you are in a group of just boys, or you are in a group of boys and girls together. In fact, most simply put, if you are a boy, you will always use the word nosotros to mean we. Nosotros somos una familia. We are a family. However, if you are a girl, you have a few other things to consider. Use nosotras when you are in a group of only girls, or use nosotros if you are in a group of boys and girls together. Nosotras somos amigas. We are friends. Our next set of subject pronouns deals with the different ways to say you all in Spanish. Knowing when to use each one is actually very easy. The first two pronouns, vosotros and vosotras, are only used in Spain. They follow similar guidelines as what we used for nosotros. Use vosotros when you are talking to a group of guys or when you are talking to a group of both guys and girls. Vosotros sois de España. You all are from Spain. Use vosotras if you are talking to a group made up of only girls. Vosotras sois muy inteligentes. You all girls are very intelligent. Keep in mind that vosotros and vosotras are only used in Spain. Ustedes, often abbreviated as UDS period in writing, is a word used to express the idea of you all in the rest of the Spanish-speaking world. It is used when speaking to a group of guys, a group of girls, or a group with both guys and girls. Ustedes son de Venezuela. You all are from Venezuela. Finally, we have ellos and ellas. Both words mean they, but like nosotros and vosotros, knowing when to use which term depends on whether you are talking about a group of guys, a group of girls, or a mixed group. Use ellos when you are talking about a group of guys or when you are talking to a group of both guys and girls. Use ellas when you are talking about a group of just girls. Ellos se graduaron de la universidad. They graduated from the university. Ellas están usando la computadora. They are using the computer. Let's look at a few more examples. Yo soy inteligente. I am intelligent. Tú tienes un carro. You have a car. Él es doctor. He is a doctor. Nosotros terminamos la lección. We finished the lesson. Ustedes son estudiantes. You all are students. You will soon come to notice that although Spanish has words for subject pronouns, they often are not used, or they are used only for emphasis or clarification. This is because the conjugations of the verbs in Spanish already indicate who is doing the action, so, unless clarification and emphasis are needed, the subject pronouns are frequently left out. Let's take a look. Yo soy inteligente simply becomes soy inteligente. Tú tienes un carro changes to tienes un carro. Él es doctor is now es doctor. Nosotros terminamos la lección is reduced to terminamos la lección. And ustedes son estudiantes is simply son estudiantes. This may seem a bit strange at first, but as you get used to Spanish, it will start to become more and more natural.